back to the Remote No Pressure Podcast, Bill.
Hey, it's good to be back.
You know, before you called me out on that, I never noticed that we always said the same thing like that.
Yeah, every week.
Until I overstepped my boundries.
Yeah, and took my line.
And I took your line, and I said, it's great to be back. And you're like, wait, that's mine.
It's great to be, let's light the fire. No.
Son of a. Son of a. Yeah. Yeah, but that was great. But I think it was the COVID. I think when you were out for a long time, things got a little out of control around here.
The COVID's treating us all differently. That's right.
You got your taste back?
Yeah, I never lost my taste. My wife's about 50% with her smell.
Now, according to you, whenever you put coffee into an official Remote No Pressure Podcast mug, it always comes out better.
That was terrible timing, but yes.
You're not smoking anything at all. This is totally Wild Bill in his finest. No, but when you take a sip out of that official mug, it's always better.
Oh man,
it's so good.
Did you go to Starbucks for this?
No way. No, that's actually Kalamazoo coffee. It's not Phil Wingo's. Phil Wingo makes great coffee. But no, it's a company out of Kalamazoo Coffee, and I can't remember the name of the blend, but it's pretty good.
It is pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, but
I blame the mug.
But it's the mug though. That's actually Folgers. That's Kirkland.
I bought it in Kalamazoo.
It's from Costco in Kalamazoo. It's Kirkland coffee, and we put it in that mug, and it tastes like Phil Wingo's coffee. Sandhill Coffee.
This mug is magical.
It is magical. Oh my gosh, dude.
Now, we may have come up with something here. We should sell that.
I have a grandma's mug. I got this in Oklahoma from
Grandma.
From Pioneer Woman's shop. You know the Pioneer Woman on Food Network?
No, I think you've told me about her.
Yeah, whatever. So she sells these old lady cups, and they're dainty, and my wife bought them for us. They're called Homer Laughlin China. Nah, but how was your Thanksgiving, Bill?
It was good. How about yours?
It was excellent. It was.
Did you follow the rules?
No.
Yeah.
No, I met with my family. We were all healthy and
monster.
It was one of those things where it was small. It was a small gathering, but we just let people decide what they wanted to do. So,
my side of the family got together on Zoom.
Oh, they did.
And I skipped it because I was at my in-laws in the other side of the state, and we didn't have signal there, so we just ate together and hung out. But
your mom's pretty. She's in that category where she's.
You were gonna say she's pretty old, weren't you?
No, dude, we're both the same age, so.
Your mom's pretty.
Your mom.
Yeah, she's in that age bracket where at higher risk and some pre-existing conditions and all that. Yeah, so it's all of my side of the family's that way. Like my dad's siblings were in that age category where they were more at risk.
Yeah, and you don't want to be stupid. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna go.
But the same thing, if you had a flu, you wouldn't go to a family get together either. So
no, I wouldn't.
This is just a weirder one that you don't know if you have it until you're in the throes of being sick.
Yeah. Yeah,
you're contagious before you know it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But, it's one of those things. I don't know. I'm hoping everything starts to kind of normalize a little bit more and we can kind of get back to somewhat of a normal life. I heard that well, I tell you what. Let me just talk to everyone about this week's episode because you and I could go on for a long time.
So check back in at the end of the episode and we'll be talking about the politics stuff. And the flu. The Chinese virus.
The China virus. Beijing Biden. It's funny because I started getting flyers in the mail. I think I told this story. Flyers in the mail, political flyers. And my son, who's 8, was walking around calling him Beijing Biden because it was a Trump ad that came in the mail. I don't even think my son knew his first name. We just knew him as Beijing.
That's awesome.
But anyways, this week on Remote No Pressure, it's a little bit different. We've had a lot of requests because Bill and I refer back to a lot of older episodes. There's every once in a while a glimmer of comic genius. Now, it doesn't happen planned, so I don't know if it's really genius because it's not like it's something we write out. It just actually comes out. And out of all the episodes, 2 of them have been somewhat funny.
We got to hire better writers.
But they are the Ghost of
Frozen Pattie.
And then also our
Asian Carp.
The Asian Carp episode where we beep out all the words.
So we'll get some more emails from that this week.
Yeah. So,
for sure.
But because we've talked about them so much, I've gotten a couple emails even this week that say, "Hey, I want to listen to the Asian Carp episode, but I don't know which one it was." And I thought, it's Thanksgiving. It's the best of week. Why don't we pull those 2 out? So we're gonna listen to the Asian Carp episode, and then we're gonna switch over to the Ghost of Frozen Pattie. Sound good, Bill?
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good. So these are audio only, though. So if you're on YouTube, you might get bored. So just kind of sit back, relax, and imagine you're watching us in front of this big brick wall.
Oh, yeah. Sit back, relax.
Oh.
Have a nice cup of coffee. Oh, and by the way, before we go, it is a weekend where you shop. We have all T-shirts on sale for $18 this month.
You got some Cyber Monday sales?
Yeah, $18 for T-shirts. Long sleeve shirts, tees are $20. So instead of doing a Cyber Monday, we've done this all month.
Oh man, you what?
I know. I'm not the retail genius that you are, Bill. But we got those up. Also, our new record's going to be dropping next month, so you can pre-order. Pre-orders are available now with a sweet shirt. So any support. As you guys know, this year's been a crazy year, so all of our live events have been canceled, and also revenue for those things have all gone away. So go to remotenopressure.com and check out an album and listen to it before we stream it on any other platform. Welcome to the podcast. Let's light the fire. Well, anyways, so
those were the days.
On to the next thing. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit, it's borderline crossing the line to being kind of tacky. But hey, question for you: have you ever read an article and thought, "Oh, that's from The Onion or something"? But then you realize that's really not
Babylon Bee.
Yeah, especially with your line of work, or if you've ever attended a postmodern Christian church, if you read the Babylon Bee. It is hilarious. It's right on. They hit it every time. Knock it out of the park. But this week, this article came across. I sent it to you, and I just died laughing because I thought for sure this is like a joke. And so I dug a little deeper, and I realized it's a legit article. So the headline is "Bomb Threat at Home Depot was just a warning from a man needing to poop." So a Kansas man said he had no intentions of actually setting off an actual bomb when he told other customers that he was going to, quote, blow up the back at Home Depot. Turns out he was just talking about a bowel movement. Officers were called to the home improvement store in Wichita around 12:15 p.m. Monday after an employee reported a bomb threat, according to Wichita Eagle. So I was like dying laughing. So the employee told police he was standing at a urinal when a customer came out of the bathroom stall and said, "Somebody told me there's a bomb in the building. You need to leave the building." The customer said he overheard another man said, "You all need to get out of there because I'm fixing to blow it up." The newspaper reported. Police later identified the man who gave warning. He reportedly told an officer he had no intention of causing such alarm. The man said another person understood the joke and laughed because they knew it was just a polite warning to other patrons of the bathroom. Home Depot does not want to press any charges. Later, the Wichita Police Department shared a link to the article about the incident on its Facebook page with the caption, "Can anyone relate? LOL."
I was wondering if he still got any. It's like yelling fire in a theater. That's like a federal offense, I think.
I think it is. I think it's like a felony.
I wonder if he faced any charges, even just dumb ones from the cops.
I mean, though, speaking okay.
I mean, I've made comments like that to my friends.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I won't blow it up. But I'm not going to go into a random Home Depot and be like, y'all better get out of here. I'm about to blow it up. I mean, that's very nice of the guy to think of others, and I would appreciate the heads up, you know? But I just thought that was probably the funniest article I've read in a very, very long time. That was an actual article. So shout out to the Wichita Police Department. Follow them on Instagram or Facebook. If you don't believe us, check out the Wichita Police Department. So it was really cool. It was really fun. Did you laugh when you read it?
I did. I had a good laugh at that.
That's good. It's just good quality humor. You know, like I before we get started in the interview, I'll tell you this quick story. Speaking of blowing it up, okay? Now, when my first job, I worked at H-E-B Pantry Foods. So it's like an H-E-B, but it's a smaller one. Back in the mid-'90s, I was 15 when I took the job. Mm-hmm. And the store manager came to me and said, Jeff, you know, there's been a report that the bathroom is, you know, needs some attention. Okay. And as you know, and as many of the listeners know from previous podcasts, I have a ridiculously bad gag reflex. Like I will throw up at wet cat food. Like wet cat food will immediately make me start to barf. And any kind of odor, like bad feces odor, I will immediately gag until I vomit. Like it's just horrible.
Even like the fart spray you can buy?
I've never smelled it, and if I smell it, I probably... You know, the worst is if you go into a McDonald's, okay? Like, or any fast foods, you know, place. And they just clean the bathroom with like a bleachy smell, and someone's sitting on the can at the same time with that clean tile smell, I will immediately lose it. I start to get sweaty. So anyways, so back to the story. So I'm at H-E-B, and the manager comes out, and she's like, Jeff, you need to like... You know, and I'm the new guy. I'm 15 years old. Never had a job before. So whatever the boss tells you,
you got to do. You're the low man on the totem pole.
And so, I go in there and I'm like, I open the door and it's everywhere. It's on the ceiling. It's on the walls. It's everywhere. And I've never seen something to this day that's been that bad.
Blew that joint up.
someone literally, but you know, I'd want a heads up before someone did something like that. You know, but I mean, blow it up. I was like, I immediately turned around. And I went to my boss. I'm like, look, I can't do that. And she goes, why? I was like, it's really bad. And she goes, come on, Jeff. You know, she thought it was some kid that probably was just complaining and stuff. And I'm like, no, seriously, I will throw up. I can't look in there, you know. And she saw I had tears in my eyes because I was like dry heaving for a long time. You know, you start to kind of get those watery eyes. And she's like, okay. She goes, well, go to the cat food section or the cat area. And there's like one of those scoops. You know, the scoops for the litter box. She's like, just get one of those and just, you know, do what you need to do. And I'm like, that's not going to work. I don't think you understand. It's everywhere. She had to call one of those cleaning companies.
HVAC, or not HVAC, Biohazard?
Yeah. They clean up like dead bodies and stuff. So they had to bring one of those companies in to like clean it all up. And it was that bad.
How did they do it?
I don't know. I was like, did you get it in your hand and like start throwing it? Like, no, I'm really serious. Like, how does it get on the ceiling? To this day, I've never seen anything like that before in my life, ever. 15 years old. And, I'm 15, you think, oh, this must happen, like, pretty frequently. Because
it's a weekly occurrence.
This must be, like, a common thing because I've never had a job before. And, every week, Jeff, blew it up.
Needs attention.
Jeff,
mind jumping in there?
Just like, I don't know if I ended up working there for, like, 3 years, sacking groceries, bagging groceries. We used to wheel it out for people. You don't do that anymore. You sack your own groceries.
Yep.
But anyway,
that was the old days.
That was the old days.
Speaking of the bathroom and everything, no, this isn't a poop joke, but my first job.
This podcast is going downhill very quickly. Anyways, go ahead.
My first job, this reminded me, I worked for a Burger King.
Oh, God, that's
up north. And I had to pay attention to the bathrooms, but I would always play pranks on people also. Mm-hmm. So whenever like new girls would start, I'd be like, well, watch out in the freezer and in the bathroom. They're in the back of the store here. This place is haunted. A little girl died out front.
You're an awful human being.
I am. And they say her spirit haunts the freezer in the bathroom. Her name was Pattie. And so I've nicknamed her.
Named it?
I've nicknamed her Frozen Pattie. And so they were always terrified to go into the freezer to get more meat. because I would always like kind of sneak up and like pound on things, and they'd come running out. And like, oh, one time there's a poor girl in the bathroom. So there's a girl in the bathroom, and I'm like, watch out for Patty. And she just went to the bathroom, like, and then I walked back and I made some noises outside the door and like pounded on the door, and the poor girl came running out, pulling her pants up.
Oh
like,
my gosh!
I don't know. I didn't ask what was happening in there, but like she was terrified of Frozen Pattie. And the legend lives on. That's been 20-some years ago. I don't know if it's still happening or not, but yeah.
The Frozen Pattie. You're like, she's like, well, what was the girl's name? And you kind of look over at a box and you're like, Patty. Patty, yeah, Patty.
Angus, I mean Patty.
Dude. That's hilarious. Shar grill patty, Patty Shar.
What was her name? Flame broil.
She had a brother named Flame Broiled. Oh my god! You think they put 2 and 2 together? It's Frozen Pattie.
I know.
We nicknamed her Frozen Pattie. Oh my god.
These little box elder bugs that they live near the my maple tree, and every year they infest my house. Spring and fall, I got to spray it. The
Really?
foundation takes care of them, but I didn't know that for my first year I lived there, so I had like bugs all winter long. It was nasty.
Oh my gosh!
And
it's
they were
awful.
everywhere. Yeah,
Oh,
they're like those stink bugs. They're the same family. You know those stink bugs we get in Michigan.
yeah.
Actually, we get them everywhere now. Those little what are they? The Asian stink beetles or whatever they're called.
I don't know if we're allowed to call them that.
I know. I don't know the proper terminology for these bugs. I don't want to say the wrong thing. In 2019,
Yeah,
they will take you down.
kind of like the carp that are trying to invade.
Hashtag not me.
The carp that are trying to invade.
Yeah, the Asian
from-
carp.
Wow.
Can you call them that?
You know what? You need to bleep that out in the edit. Save the Great Lakes from the carp. We all know what it is, but we can't say it. Unless
quite
you
comfortable.
are an carp. Then you can say if you're an carp, you can say whatever you want. And that's the problem with the PC generation is these carp are walking around everywhere just saying whatever they want to.
And the rap
fair.
music.
And their rap music.
Need to build a wall.
We need to we need to build a wall and keep these carps out of the Great Lakes. Maybe we can get some shirts that say like "Make the Great Lakes Great Again" and like that's so politically incorrect. God, what is going on with us, Bill?
Oh, we're countercultural right there.
We're the
Or are
last-
we? Or is culture countercultural?
Do we have an implicit bias against the carp? Do we think they're really going to do that much damage just because?
Go home, carp.
God, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my God, I'm going to get emails. Bill, it's been a fun journey with you.
It has been. How many years are we on now?
This is
3?
our 4th season, our 3rd season with you on, because you
Yeah.
came on season 2, right?
Season 2.
There's probably other comic classics in there somewhere.
I doubt
No, the Big Show Bilbo Baggins and the Big Toe
Oh,
Peep
yeah.
Show.
Or the introduction of our house band.
Yes, the Fecal Discharge, the house band. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being with us on the ride. I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday. Bill, do you have anything to add?
Oh, man. I had a whole dissertation of the political climate and Corona and being grateful for... No, I got nothing. It left me on the drive-in.
Until next time, go fishing.